What is up, everybody? It is Online here. Welcome back to another video. And today is June 30th, and Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy just launched today. I picked up my copy last night, kind of like at a midnight launch, 9 p.m. So I had quite a bit of time to play with it last night and this morning, and I'm about almost finished with Crash Bandicoot 1, or I guess you could just say Crash Bandicoot, and I started the first level, or the first couple levels of Crash Bandicoot 2, just to see how it differs, because I know 1 has been talked about to be a lot different from 2 in terms of controls and just how the aesthetics. I'm just going through my quick impressions of the game. I gotta say, based on the reviews yesterday, I was a little bit disappointed. You know, I saw quite a few 6s, as well as, you know, some 7s, and I was just like, you know, these are some of the best games of all time, or just like, you know, in the PlayStation 1 era. Of course, you know, I've been hyped since like it been announced, you know, at E3 2016. I've been following it ever since. And, well, you know, it was a little bit bummer yesterday because I didn't realize that, you know, it's going to get such low scores. Of course, I myself had a chance to play this twice before the game actually came out, at Best Buy and at a PlayStation event. And I said that while I loved the game itself, you know, there was a little bit of TV input lag, and, you know, it kind of threw me off. And I am happy to say that in the final, you know, game, or just like, you know, my own game, having it at my own house on my gaming monitor, like, the input lag is pretty much gone, that what I had on that event. And, you know, the game's playing perfectly fine, which is phenomenal. The game is really, really fun to play. I gotta say, how many levels am I in? I gotta be at least maybe around 25 levels, I'd have to say, maybe around there. And then if you throw in, I guess, Crash Bandicoot 2, maybe 27 or so like that. So I've had a fair share of playing the game and how the different levels work. Playing the game, you know, it's very easy when it starts you off. You know, it can get you very into the game really quickly, and just, you know, they start off with like levels that you can beat without dying, and it's like 2-minute little levels, but then you can go into some pretty difficult levels later on. In fact, the last level I just beat took me over an hour and 15 minutes to beat, which is the High Road, kind of like an infamous Crash level, one of the hardest levels on Crash Bandicoot itself. So yeah, that was like one of my biggest worries going to the game, at least in my early hour or so, was that the game was very fun to play, but like, you know, each level is only 2 minutes long. But as you get along, like these levels, if you're, you know, failing, which a lot of you probably will, because this game can be pretty difficult at times, it could take you like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour if you're not that skilled at it. I myself has, you know, been able to pick it up relatively quickly. Only that one level gave me really issues that I had to spend over an hour. The rest I can, you know, beat within like 5 minutes or so. Maybe I'll die once or twice or so, depending on the level, of course. And yeah, the game's just simply fun. Of course, you know, PlayStation 4 to me has been very lacking in terms of platformers, at least as of recently. Of course, we had Ratchet and Clank, but other than that, it's just kind of been dry. And Crash, you know, obviously bringing 3 of the PS1 Naughty Dog games, definitely going to fill that void this summer, and it's awesome to see that. You know, the biggest thing for me is the game's just filled with a lot of content. You have 3 games here, so if you're looking into buying this, it's only $40. That's an insanely good deal, no pun intended there. But, you know, just an insane good deal. You get 3 full games, 100+ levels, and 2 playable characters. As you guys know, Coco is playable. I think they announced that at E3. I'm not having any of the worries that the reviewers have been having lately. Honestly, this game is a blast. I'm actually liking it a ton more than Ratchet and Clank last year. That's a pretty big, you know, prize to give it, because Ratchet and Clank was phenomenal last year. But yeah, I mean, just the levels are so fun to play. The level design is on point. Just looking at the comparisons and how the graphics just look a lot better than the game originally, it's just night and day. Especially you can see that with the High Road. Crash 1, I have to say, he does feel a lot heavy compared to Crash 2. Crash 2 really feels like a, you know, traditional platform, I want to say, or a lot, you know, more easygoing. But Crash 1 definitely feels like, you know, it has its age there, and it's not a bad game, but it's just going to be very hard to pick it up if you've been playing platformers as of recently, because it's a lot different. I myself, though, have been enjoying Crash Bandicoot 1 nonetheless, or I guess Crash Bandicoot. Still a phenomenal game, and yeah, it's just amazing. But yeah, it's just very fun. It's just very addicting, I gotta say, because I got my copy last night at 9 p.m. and I put it in around like 9:30, I guess I'd say, when I eventually got home. And I pretty much played it till 1 a.m. straight, and then I woke up again this morning and just went straight back into the game. It just has a very, you know, a feeling that you just want to go back into the levels, and it's just like, you know, when normal platformers have like traditional campaigns, like Crash Bandicoot 1 takes the idea of like, you know, you jump into the little rooms, or like you gotta start up on the little mini map and like, you know, click on like the level you want to do, or like the level that you have next to do to get on, and, you know, progress towards, you know, another island, or just progress through the island. It's just really cool, honestly. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy. I gotta say, my worries are no longer here. I can't wait to play Crash Bandicoot 2, and then Crash Warped as well. I'm gonna be doing a full review on the game once, you know, I've been able to beat 3 of them fully. Definitely gonna be going for the platinums. I think I already have like 30% of the trophies on Crash Bandicoot 1. You know, not an insanely amount of, you know, trophies to get, but it's a very good trophy list, I gotta say. And then, you know, just going through the, you know, levels again, there's gonna be time trials, leaderboards, trying to get through the whole level without dying and getting all the boxes to be able to get the colored gem or the hidden gem. A lot of secrets too, a lot of hidden paths that can help you out through the game. It's just very old school, you know, not a lot of platformers don't do that nowadays, at least a lot of them that I played. And yeah, it's just a fun platformer. You know, I myself never got to play Crash Bandicoot back in the day, and just being able to play it now. It is 30 FPS though, it's not going to be 60, that's a little bit of a bummer. I feel like they could have hit that. You know, I've seen some, you know, issues also about the loading screen. The loading screen to me have been kind of fine. I mean, 10-20 seconds to me for the loading screen is not that big of a deal, especially since, you know, you're going to be playing it over and over again, and just like the amount of times you might die, it's just going to take you a while. It's just, you know, not a big deal ultimately. I guess they had one flaw to the game. I just say a lot of times when you're jumping, you can't really eye the jumps that well. Not as bad as I thought it would be, you know, considering the Best Buy demo I was at, but you know, just having the full game now, there is a little bit of like sometimes you'll die when you know, when it's not really your fault because you can't really eye the jump as well, or as, you know, as well as you should be able to. But other than that, you know, it's a really good game. I definitely feel like, you know, if you're an experienced gamer, definitely try it out. It's a really fun, challenging platformer. I wouldn't say hard. It's not unfair. It's not unfair at all. Definitely, you know, the way they're advertising it, they want kids to join on. You know, it's going to be very hard for kids to join in on this, just the way it's kind of organized. You know, it's going to be a lot more forgiving than the original game was, but definitely, you know, it's definitely a harder platformer than the way that a lot of kids play games like maybe Ratchet and Clank or something else, you know, these days. But I mean, if the kids back in the day did it, then, you know, obviously the kids now can do it. It's just a, you know, it's just a matter of get good. But yeah, other than that, I gotta say the game's just really addicting. I can't wait to play more. Definitely gonna be live streaming it in the future, maybe even today. Actually, I'm probably gonna be going live today and playing it with you guys. So very, very cool. Can't wait to compete with my friends on leaderboards, time trials, get all the hidden stuff in the game. Definitely gonna take me a while. Definitely a fun summer game. But yeah, I can't believe I could actually strip myself away for like 9 minutes to record this video instead of playing some Crash Bandicoot. So I guess, yeah, if that says anything, I just want to jump back and play some more. So let me know what you guys think about Crash Bandicoot. Have you been able to pick up a copy of your own, or are you still waiting to see if it's going to be a game for you? Or maybe are you already certain? Are you not going to buy this game? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll start a discussion from there. I've been Online. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.